And now, time for something just a little bit different. Hey guys, welcome back to another Friday morning cartoons. I know I uploaded that first episode last night on Friday, but it doesn't make much sense to have cartoons air at night, right? I don't think so anyways. Anyway, this is The Wabbit Who Came to Supper, another one of the public domain shorts, so I don't have to fight with anybody. Might as well take advantage of the ones I can do before I go into the hard stuff. So this is another cartoon that's very similar to Fresh Hair, although this one's restored. Because the difference with this one is that they actually want to re-release this one. And there's been talk about Fresh Hair being re-released later. But anyway, this is another cartoon made around the same era as Fresh Hair, where we see Elmer Fudd, yeah, right there, that was perfect timing, just fatter than before. I'm not sure, this might have been the first appearance of the fat Elmer. So, you know, this is another one that you can easily find on, like, YouTube and all that, because they can't protect it. Whenever they can, you know, people will post, like, cartoons on, like, YouTube with anything they can without getting, like, it blocked to get views. Yeah, so I was never at an age where telegrams were a thing, but that's kind of funny that he drove all the way into the middle of the forest to give this away. I can't even get an email back from companies when I'm buying stuff directly from them, so that's kind of funny. See, I almost wonder if Bugs wrote that just to fuck with them. Wouldn't that be a funny plot twist? That's not what happens, though. It's a bit of an off-model Bugs there. In fact, in these early shorts, you can often see Bugs a little off-model here and there. It took Robert McKimson to come up with a coherent Bugs design for all the other studios to use. See, I don't remember who they said was directing this cartoon, so I apologize, but if I had to guess, I think it was Friz Freleng, but we'll see. Can you imagine if he came home, there was a rabbit taking a shower, and then he came out to like play a couple notes on the piano real quick? Like, I got a question to all you Americans. Do you just have a gun like ready to go at any time? 'Cause that's like not a normal thing here. Honestly. I mean, I assume not. It's a cartoon after all, but I'm just curious. You know, I can barely see because it's restored, but I think that bottle on the back right there says sissy stuff. That might be... No, that definitely says sissy stuff there. I don't know if you can see that, but that's kind of funny. That's pretty funny, though. It's another really off-model Bugs. That reminds me of Hiawatha's hare hunt there with I don't know, there's something weird about that. Yeah, there's definitely some... Yeah, so I was right. Friz Freleng directed this. I should probably look that up before I started the commentary, but, you know, I'm learning. Shiny eyelids there. You notice how, like, Bugs, like, changes his look, like, here from there? Like, you can really tell that this is early on, before they had, like, a coherent, like, consistent design for Bugs. So I find that kind of interesting. Another thing that, you know, is probably lost on younger generations is that this cartoon is actually a reference to a film, or at least its title is. There was a film that was released in 1942 about where it was called The Man Who Came to Dinner, where an overbearing, person came to dinner. Yeah, I wrote that down. I got that off somewhere. So this is the print that came from the 3rd Golden Collection that I have ripped here.
Hey, this scene ought to get me the Academy Award.
I love that gag. I don't know if you guys could hear it. I hope you guys can. I'll see.
Uncle Louie.
So another thing to note is that there's a Tom and Jerry short called The $1 Million Cat. It basically follows the same premise where Tom is left a lot of money, but he can't hurt a mouse. Also, look at that naked woman. They got away with that. Like, they showed this to a bunch of people, and there was just a naked woman ass right in the middle of the film. This is gonna go on YouTube, by the way. Like, no one's gonna care. There's like billions of these prints all over the place. Oops. It's kind of crazy. Oh, this is really funny. Joke's kind of left on me because I'm a Canadian, but it does sound legitimate. They got a chase now. It's great. Oh, I love this gag right here. He looks down that one, and then the 2 ears show up. And again, this is what I was talking about last time, about how they used to do a lot of gags with his ears being separate. But they stopped doing that after a while, and I kind of wonder why. Because, they came up with some really creative stuff with it, Also, I got this from IMDb, and we'll talk about that in a second, because it's coming up. So, I'm trying to make sure that I was right about the earliest. No, I don't think it is. Alright. They repeat this gag later. It's dark. It's in one of the Mad Scientist cartoons from the 40s that Chuck Jones did. And here, this is the first time, and I'll just wait for dramatic effect. This is the first cartoon where Bugs cross-dresses. That's pretty interesting, too. So Bugs leaves, and you might actually think Elmer won here. Isn't it kind of funny that he's drawn like a sausage there? We know it's not Easter because of the gag before with Christmas, but he left a parting gift. Look at all of them. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, maybe consider subscribing, It would really help out the channel. Anyway, thanks guys.